What's up, everybody? It is I, Tevin El Chapo. Friends call me Chop, and we are back with another episode of Chop Logic. Yes, the show where we get to the logic of things the Chop way. Now, first things first, let's go ahead and handle all the logistical things. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you're listening to the audio only version, I thank you for it. If you have any time to check out the video, it's a lot more engaging that way. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, don't forget to like this video as well. We put a lot of emphasis onto the YouTube channel. We get a lot of good traction on there as well. So like the video, subscribe, comment your favorite moment of every episode for your chance to possibly, and I do mean possibly, win a cash prize in our trivia section. So today we are talking about AI, artificial of the intelligence. AI is here. The AI overlords are here to take over the jobs, the work, the everything. All right. You seen Terminator 2, Judgment Day? We live in it. All right. Didn't even realize it. The Matrix, the machines have taken over and they here to stay. They're not going nowhere. They're going to make sure that we sitting back lazy as I don't know what, they just stay here. So, we gotta get together. We gotta make sure. AI is a crazy thing, and that's what we're here to talk about. There's so many different things you can do with AI. Some things I still don't understand. So I guess I want to talk about my worries, or even just the things I don't quite understand about AI. I don't understand how people make fake people on platforms using AI. I don't understand what that means for finances in terms of not only employment of different people, but also in terms of being able to validate whether or not a person is real. I don't know how that's going to work in the future with AI. You may be talking and they may not be a real person. For all you know, I might not be real. Am I AI? Did they AI me? Am I fake? Is this really real? What's today? I don't know. You got to ask me a specific question that only Tevin would know. I'm waiting on you to ask it. Go ahead and ask. Ask the screen. See, I don't know it. I might be AI. They might have did it. They might have got me. They might have Tupac'd me. I might be a hologram. They got holograms of celebrities now. What does that mean in terms of concerts? If I pay to see 21 Savage and his hologram performs, should I pay less money? I don't know. AI is a scary thing, but it's also your friend at the same time. It's here to stay, so we just got to adapt to it or just get left in the dust. There's no real in between. Obviously, big shout out to ChatGPT. Let's talk about that for a second. ChatGPT alone. The amount of things you can do with ChatGPT is borderline on insanity at this point. All right. All my notes on these laptops, when you watch these episodes, come from me putting my prompts in ChatGPT. Obviously, I'm not reading half of what ChatGPT tells me to read. Not reading half of the stuff they put on here, but I still get my notes from ChatGPT. All right. So they give me good bullet points to speak on. Of course, if you know, my producer Javane gets most of our trivia questions from ChatGPT. So if you see any question that sounds or looks crazy and you know that it wasn't right, definitely comment below because ChatGPT did it. All right. So that's always a fault. And what we're doing as well, you can create resumes with it, cover letters. If you're looking for employment, you can ask it to do anything. You can ask it to map out a meal plan for you. I did that before. I took everything that I had in my house food wise. I told ChatGPT, listen, this is all of the ingredients that I have. This is the amount of calories that I want to eat. Give me a week's worth of cooking with this. Gave me a whole meal plan. So that's one way to do it. You can get AI to impersonate people if you want to impersonate somebody's voice. There's been an increasing rise of faceless YouTube channels strictly using 100% AI. And you'll know them if your algorithm is anything like mine. You will probably see videos of maybe a cartoon character or something like Stewie Griffin or somebody, and it'd be like a white thumbnail, like a white background or something like that. 10 out of 10 times that is AI generated content. So I'll put a prompt in ChatGPT. ChatGPT made the prompt. They had another AI system do the voiceover, had another one collect some clips to put together, had another one create the thumbnail, shipped it out on YouTube. Probably one of the easiest ways to get a successful monetized YouTube channel is to just run an AI only channel and just have it do random things. I'm going to speak a little bit more on that a little bit later, but you know, AI is here to stay, and you want to kind of adapt to it as much as possible. Like I said, a lot of things that I do personally, I use ChatGPT. To get specifics, because I don't want to necessarily feel like I'm gatekeeping on what exactly I'm using, I use Liner Pro. Liner Pro is a premium ChatGPT service. It pretty much does like extensive research. I know students use it primarily, but it's the one that you can use to get more extensive answers, extensive prompts, whatever you may need, versus just the free version of ChatGPT that everybody uses. So that's what I primarily use for anything I need AI related. That's pretty much like a helper of mine, you know, in terms of business, being able to, you know, like, hey, if I need a response to an email and I can't think of anything, if I need a good caption for an Instagram post or anything like that, I can just go into ChatGPT and have AI pretty much generate that for me. Now, in terms of being a content creator, there's other different tools that you can use. I know Adobe has been pretty good with audio mixing and mastering using AI. I know that you can get captions, the Captions app, if you have iOS, you know, an iPhone. They have an app where you can create captions and it can incorporate B-roll. Nowadays, they put B-roll, music, all in the app. So you can just put your short form content video in there. It'll generate the captions automatically. You just got to make sure that you're checking them and everything is correct. And then you can create captions. So that's one way to do that too. If you're using things like Riverside, you know, to create your podcast. So if you're doing a podcast and you're using Riverside, essentially AI will cut that whole podcast for you. You know, even if you're putting up YouTube videos, YouTube now has a thing where they will auto generate a thumbnail using AI. I never use it because most of the time it's trash and has nothing to do with the video. I think they just scan whatever is in the video without actually hearing what the video is about, because they'll probably just do something weird. But you know, there's different tools like that. Even tools like vidIQ, VIDIQ, you can use pretty much AI to help assist you with your growth on YouTube. That's one of the many tools that we use as well. So AI tools are all out here. You know, they make our lives easier, but they're scary at the same time. You know, I will also say, you know, CapCut. CapCut has a lot of different things with AI. You know, they incorporate a lot of AI related things into their editing software. So if you're an editor and you're looking to do short form videos and be on the hottest trends of what's popping on TikTok and you want to use AI, CapCut probably be the best thing for you. So AI is here to stay. We're going to be doing the robot until forever. Beep, boop, boop, bop, boop, boop, bop. Bing, bop, boom, bop, bam. Things of that nature. So it's a lot of benefits in terms of just what we can do with AI. You know, like I said, it makes our lives easier. It can streamline your workflow a lot quicker. You can definitely expand on the amount of things with the time that you get to save using ChatGPT. You know, it's a lot of benefits to it. It's definitely a major help in my business, and it can easily be one for yours. Even if you're just using the free version of ChatGPT, just tell it to do anything. Anything you don't want to do, type in the ChatGPT. Just anything, all right? If you need to come up with ideas for something, ChatGPT is always there. So that's probably one of the most convenient AI tools that anybody in the world could be using for any types of things. So that's one thing. Like I said, if you're doing more video-based stuff, you can add captions through AI using the Captions app, or you can also use CapCut where they have different AI tools. Even they have AI tools now where you can turn different photos into videos, or if you want to modify them or animate them or anything like that. Even animation is becoming more AI based. So, you know, in the creative field, there's a lot of good benefits for using AI, you know, especially as an independent creator. You're not someone who's working for a major company, or you're an entrepreneur in your business, whether it be creative or not. AI is definitely a great tool, especially when it comes to ChatGPT. Now, with that being said, it's not perfect. All right, there's plenty of limitations, and there's certain things you want to keep in mind with using AI. For one, a robot is not a human. So what does that mean? It means that if you're using, like, let's say the captions app, like I spoke on before, if you are not checking the captions to see if the words are correct, then you'll easily have incorrect captions, which hurts the engagement, right? Even AI in terms of algorithms. If you have issues with YouTube videos being posted because of music or things that the algorithm doesn't deem as appropriate, or if same with Instagram, TikTok, the algorithm may not necessarily find your content appropriate based on the general scan that it does. That's AI. No human being is doing that. You know, I don't want to get into like a super duper dark place, but essentially like AI is replacing a lot of jobs. So there's a lot of jobs not being done fully properly because the human eye is no longer on it. And as we go on and technology advances, AI is going to continue to do even more of that. You know, today, AI is the dumbest it's ever going to be today. So every day that moves forward, it's going to get smarter and smarter and smarter and smarter. So this means more work is going to be taken away from people like us. You know, even in the creative field, a lot of editing work has been transitioned into AI. So, you know, it's been more difficult to find people who want us to do editing, even though, you know, the magic touch of human beings is, I still personally think is better. But over time, again, it's just going to get better and better and better. AI is. So you just got to be very mindful of those types of things and just understand that, you know, it's definitely a tough time if you are working in the major film industry, if you're working in any type of major industry where AI is taking over a lot of this work. You know, I know the video game industry has definitely been hit pretty hard. I know the film industry has been hit for a while now. The music industry, most of those executives are gone. Record labels are skeletons compared to what they used to be. And now pretty soon, like, AI is going to be the next A&R. So, you know, we just got to be very mindful of that. So I think that it's a lot of things that we kind of take for granted in terms of AI, but we also got to make sure that we are aware that it's the future and it's not going nowhere, unfortunately. So you just got to find different ways to maneuver around it. I think one thing that we are going to see, in my opinion, what I think we are going to see is a renaissance of human-based content because of the rise of AI. Now, what I mean by that essentially is that with AI being as good as it is now, it's not perfect and it's not personal. You can't build a relationship with AI. You can't speak to it as a human being. You can, but you can't. It doesn't necessarily engage with humans on a human level because it can never do that. And I think that, especially if you are a content creator, having that human touch, that human element in your content is going to set you apart the more AI gets better. So if there's anything that you can do to set yourself apart in terms of building your community, building yourself up as a person, building up your brand, build up your products, you can use AI as tools, but don't let AI dictate who you are or your internet presence or anything like that. You know, I remember in there's a movie called Players Club. And in this movie, there was a quote, "Make the money, don't let the money make you." AI applies the same way. Use AI, but don't let AI use you. And pretty soon the time will come where the lines will be blurred on what it means to be used by AI. All right. So if you didn't know, this episode is also sponsored by Touch Grass, Breathe Fresh Air, and Sunshine. Don't let AI have you sitting in the dark all day, every day. Touch that grass, breathe that fresh air, get that sun in your face, that vitamin D, no diddy. See, that's how you know I'm not AI, because AI will be more mature about saying stuff like that. But yeah, essentially, we want to make sure that we are using AI to our benefits. Even if you need to scrub different videos, there's Descript. You know, I use Descript to kind of create transcripts of, you know, different things as well, different audio pieces. You know, there's, you know, OpenAI You know, there's Canva, has a lot of AI features as well if you need the help with thumbnails or any type of graphic design work. Like I said, we get prompts from AI and ChatGPT and things of that nature. Some of our editing is still AI generated, essentially, like I said, with the captions and things of that nature, but most of it, if not all of it, is still being handmade. Now, how much longer will we be doing handmade editing here at Chop House Media Group? To be determined. To be determined as long as possible, I would like to believe. You know, I don't really like AI dictating my edits because I feel like I gotta look a little bit harder to make sure it's done right. But maybe that's just the editor in me. So, but yeah, ChatGPT, so many different tools and things that you can use. You know, even with ChatGPT giving me this prompt right here, I'm looking at, they gave me a bunch of different AI tools I had never used before. Runway ML provides a free tier for creating videos from text inputs. DALL-E Mini, sure, that's one. You can run that up. Jasper AI is a notable free tool that assists writers by generating content based on user prompts. So if you need some type of text generated, Grammarly, if you need obviously some type of grammar checks in all your work. And these are just a few tools, you know, that ChatGPT gave me. So the bitter irony of it, AI telling me what other AIs to use. So we in the Matrix, you know, this is definitely the Matrix. We are definitely in the simulation. You just gotta utilize it to your best benefit. Don't let it utilize you. Don't let it take over. Don't let the robot start walking down the street, taking over, you know, flipping over cars and stomping on babies and stuff like that. We got to make sure that we stay one step ahead of them. So, yeah, here we are talking about AI here at Chop House Media Group. We do a lot of AI work, but we also do hand stuff as well. We on in person. Hand stuff sounded kind of crazy. See, again, AI sound better than me. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're a lot more professional. They don't stumble on their words. They don't say stuff that sounds crazy. They don't say no diddy. All right. So unless you tell it to do all that. So I guess we just decided and figured out that I'm not AI yet, but who knows? Pretty soon I'm gonna hire AI to do all these episodes for me. So yeah, just be real mindful of using AI in your content creation. Be mindful in using it in your business, in your personal life, anywhere it can make it convenient for you to move forward in what you're trying to do. Definitely utilize it, but also be aware of the trends and be prepared to adapt to what happens because of the growth of AI. When whatever industry that you may be in, you know, there may be AI birds one day, AI chicken, AI Popeyes. The Popeyes will be AI, but the Don Julio will be real. All right. That's pretty much it. That's everything that I really want to talk about in terms of AI. I didn't want to give y'all too much at one time, you know, and then let the AI algorithms kind of scan and realize I've said so many different things about them and then they don't rock with me. And then, you know, I start getting shadow banned on different platforms and it becomes a whole thing. So we are going to go to break, but when we come back, we're going to get into our trivia and let's see if ChatGPT, i.e. AI, is going to rock with me today on these questions. So get to a word to our sponsor. This video is sponsored by Chop House Media Group. Now listen, podcasting is hard, all right? There's a lot of moving parts to a successful podcast, whether it be the shooting side, the post-production side, the audio mixing and mastering, just having the right strategy and know how to even get this podcast in the right places and getting it into the right positions to get monetized. And that is where Chop House Media Group helps out at. We have coined the phrase, the podcast in the box, where we pretty much facilitate anything and everything that you need to run a successful podcast, between the production, the post-production, the strategy, and the tips and tricks that you need to be 1,000% successful in every single aspect of your podcasting career. Now, if you are interested in being a part of this and making sure that you get your podcast to the next level, whether you are just now starting out your podcast or you are already in the podcasting field but want to take it to another level, be sure to hit the link below and schedule your free consultation with us to make sure that we get your podcast up and going further than you can ever imagine. All right, again, thank you to Chop House Media Group for sponsoring this video. And let's get back to the show. And we back. All right, it's that time of the show. In case you didn't know, we do trivia. So I'm closing my laptop. Today's trivia is going to be about the topic of the episode, which is AI. And what basically happens is, if you don't know, my producer Javane gets our AI overlords to create questions for me. And if the questions, I get them right, I get to keep my cash prize for the week. If I get them incorrect, then I have to give a cash prize to you, the listener / viewer. Now, how can you get the prize? It's real simple. First things first, you got to be subscribed to the YouTube channel. Secondly, you got to like this video. Thirdly, you got to comment below your favorite moment to make sure that you're eligible for a prize. But I am trying to go undefeated. So you can still do all those things, but you might not get a prize. Let's see if AI rocks with me today. Javane, talk to me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I feel like these are easy. ChatGPT taking it easy on you these days, bro.
I mean, that's what I like to see.
Dang. All right.
That's what I like to see. We'll, all
right. Let's see if it's easy though.
Let's run it up.
All right. So number 1, which of the following is a major concern about AI generated content? A, AI is always original and free of bias. B, AI generated content can be difficult to differentiate from human made work. C, AI requires no human oversight in content creation. Or D, AI completely replaces human creativity. And the question again is, which of the following is a major concern about AI generated content?
Give me B through D again, Diddy.
Pause, bro.
Yeah, pause.
All right. So B is AI generated content can be difficult to differentiate from human made work. C, AI requires no human oversight in content creation. Or D, AI completely replaces human creativity.
I want to say B.
AI generated content can be difficult to differentiate from human made work. Final answer?
Yes.
You, my friend, are correct.
It was high key all three of those, but
Yeah, it's a little. I had to choose which one was more of a. You get what I'm trying to say.
yeah, AI is trying to,
Yeah.
have an AI bias. So
Yeah. All right. You ready for the next one?
let's get it.
All right. So which of these is a risk of relying too much on AI for content creation? A, loss of originality and human creativity. B, AI making factual errors in generated content. C, oversaturation of AI generated media reducing content quality. Or D, all the above.
All the above.
Ooh, you are correct.
Yeah. The AI, they gonna do all that. They
Yeah.
gonna do all the things. All the things. So
You 2 for 2, my boy. Let's go ahead, knock out number 3, since you're gonna keep your money.
yeah, I'm keeping the money anyway, but we can go ahead and run it.
Let's run it. All right. So, what is one way AI can assist video editors? A, automatically color grading and stabilizing footage. B, writing scripts with zero human input. C, replacing all human actors in videos. D, preventing copyright issues automatically.
Run the whole thing again.
Question: what is one way AI can assist video editors? A, automatically color grading and stabilizing footage. B, writing scripts with zero human input. C, replacing all human actors in videos. Or D, preventing copyright issues automatically.
In an ideal world, we'll do all those things. I want to say A, final answer.
A, final answer, but he not sure. He's
A, yeah.
He's kind of sure, but he not really sure.
I'm gonna do A anyway.
But he's gonna do A anyways. You sure?
I'm sure I keep the money regardless. So
You correct, bro.
all right, cool.
All right, we 3 for 3.
Yeah, AI is a tricky tricky thing. It's a lot easier to use, but just use it safely, use it respectfully, use it positively. Don't promote any negativity or anything nefarious through AI.
Word.
Or at least that's my PSA on that. So yeah, I get to keep my money. Thank you, AI, for
messing with the boy. Yeah.
Easy finesse on the AI game. So maybe next time. Don't forget to still subscribe to the episode nonetheless. Comment below your favorite moment of the episode too. Like the video. We got so much more content. Subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to my second YouTube channel, Tevin El Chapo, the YouTube channel. We can do reviews and things of that nature. All 100% still me. And
for now,
limited time only. We'll see about that in the future. But this has been another episode of Chop Logic. Thank you so much for joining us. We are a family. To all my AI people, be boo boo bop, boo boo bop.
Bing bop, boom boom bop, bam.
The type of stuff you
wouldn't understand.
See y'all next time. Peace.